Halfway through GCL round 2, 8 teams have jumped. Remember, only 15 teams are coming forward after Rome Gladiators and Saint-Tropez Pirates were eliminated in round 1. But 8 teams have jumped. Only 2 of those teams are going a double clear. Mexico Amigos, powered by H5 Stables, both went clear and improved on round 1. And Riesenbeck International as well, both going clear as well, improving in round 1. In fact, Doha Falcons, Stockholm Hearts, Mexico Amigos and Riesenbeck all improved on their round 1 scores. Stockholm Hearts needed that improvement as well. Jane Richard just got 3 time penalties and Marlon Bio-Johnson just 1 down as well. And Dan caught up with Jane Richard.
Jane, you were the first in the team competition not to have a fence down. How much did the weather affect how careful you were out there tonight?
Oh, it's difficult to say. Molly Malone jumped today fantastic. I was actually a little bit blind during this course with the weather, but she was jumping amazing. And after the 3rd jump, I actually felt we can do it today. And maybe the time fault was because I was a little bit careful into the turns out of the weather, and I didn't want to push. I didn't know how she will react. And I can just say it was a fantastic course from my horse.
Saying you were riding almost blind over a 1.60 metre course, jokes aside, that's pretty incredible.
How she do it? Yes, it's unbelievable. She already was double clear actually in Monaco, and we are here again, and she shows her skill, and I can just say thanks for having her.
How do you analyse the season so far for the team? Obviously one in New York, more difficult again here.
It was fantastic in New York for our team. We were also on the podium in Monaco, and hopefully there will come others on the podium this year.
Jane, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, great to hear from Jane there after her superb round. Like I said, just 3 time penalties. Actually, we had quite a few time penalties in round 2, so it'll be interesting to know from some of the riders as to why that was, as to how difficult the course was and how technical it was as well. Now, one man that had quite a difficult round 1 was Carlos Hank Guerrero, and he had 16 penalties in round 1, but that did not stop him going into round 2, and he went clear in round 2 alongside Eduardo Piera de Menezes, and Dan Strange caught up with Carlos.
Carlos, double clear for Mexico Amigos, a really strong 2nd round. How was it to ride? You and Eduardo did brilliantly.
Yeah, we had a rough start. 1st round didn't go as it planned for me, but luckily we turned it around the 2nd round. It's tough enough in there, not the biggest ring, and a bit of ups and downs in the slope. And the course designer actually had a lot of options today, like both 1st round and 2nd round, a lot of inside turns. So it was tricky enough. I think both our horses jumped really well. They both enjoyed the night classes, the ambience here, so we're happy to turn around the 2nd round.
Talking ambience, what's it like jumping in front of this palace? It must be awe-inspiring.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, so much history here, and maybe you guys only see the front part, but when we warm up behind, also with the gardens and the other structure behind, it's unbelievable.
You said about your round earlier on, it shows the brutality of team jumping, that one poor round, one difficult round really does affect what would have been a magical weekend for you.
Yeah, exactly. Everything counts. We've actually struggled with it all season, having like not the right choice of riders. Zoe was clear, so we would have had 4 clear rounds in the end and maybe had a win. We've had that situation often, so I guess we just have to work on that and try to be better in the future.
Congratulations, of course, to you and Zoe, back on tour as husband and wife.
Yeah, exactly. New team member Zoe Hank this week, and she was pretty good today, so I think the last name's a lucky charm, hopefully.
Carlos, to you and Mexico Amigos, well done and thank you.
Thank you so much.
A lot going on for Carlos there, not only jumping today, but also married to Zoe Hank-Conter just a couple of weeks ago as well. It's been very busy, but the world of show jumping never stops, and it was great to have him jumping for the team today and jumping clear as well. Now, another team that went double clear and really needed that double clear as well in round 2. Of course, they just had 8 penalties in round 1, but they did go clear in round 2. Christian Kukuk brought Chad George back back into the arena, and he looked as confident and as good as ever, and a very, very fast round as well, which will really, really help in round 2 and getting up those rankings as well. Dan's been very busy and he caught up with Christian Kukuk.
Christian, double clear in round 2 in an attritional week in the GCL is very important. You and Philip must be thrilled with how you went.
Yeah, we are very happy. Was an important round for us. We were a bit disappointed after the first round with our 10th place, but I think both of us had a very good round now, and I'm convinced we can move up some places, which is important for us. We are still on our way up in the overall, and we had some good weeks now on the last shows, but we were really working on keeping that spirit a little bit up. Hopefully we can make that happen today.
Clear and a decent time, 76.19 from Che George. The form of this horse just keeps improving.
Yeah, I'm very happy with him. I mean, he's only 10 years old, and he jumped now actually a couple of team rounds, first and the second round, and he's super consistent. You know, he can have one down, but I mean, that's normal, also still in his age, but the amount of clear rounds he especially pulls out in the second round, which always shows that he's actually learning and improving out of the first round. That makes him actually as good as he is, and I'm very happy with his performance.
You've just seen Valkenswaard drop into second below you. Now, obviously, the hopes and the dreams are you can somehow at least podium?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say for the podium we probably have to be quite lucky today, but top 5 I think is definitely more than possible. We both of us had a really good time, so they are definitely under pressure time-wise, and of course they have to keep the poles up. But like I said, I think top 5 that's realistic.
Thanks for your time, well done.
Thank you.
Well, as Christian mentioned there, that all the teams will now be under pressure because his team went incredibly fast. Just looking a few of the other teams as well today, Istanbul Warriors have been so strong recently, but really had a bad day today, with Hassan scoring 20 penalties and 3 time faults in the second round, and Simon Delestre getting 8 penalties, ending in 43 as well. We've got a lot to go there. We've got 7 teams coming in after the break. Like I said, only 15 teams come to round 2. And as I look behind me, there's a rider in the arena, and that rider is from Monaco Comets, powered by Iron Danes, who had a fabulous GCL round 1. Let's see if they can capitalise that on round 2.
Oscar in the first round. He only rode Hickstead White, so we've changed horses for this second competition. Great to have that strength and depth. Hopefully it's going to work out for them. We're coming in on 4 penalties. You can imagine they really want to stay on the 4 now and pile the pressure on the remaining teams. No, there's 6 teams to come behind them. Be back in the clubhouse on 4 penalties would be a really strong evening's work, and that's definitely going to help them. They're currently in 15th place coming into this competition, so they want to move up, get themselves away from the bottom of the league. Don't leave anything to chances. This is Yali's 7th team outing in the series so far. As I say, we come in on 4 penalties. Can we leave it on that? It's a very strong partnership. I think we've had a front rein down on the second fence. That's going to make it a long way home. Now needs to leave it on that. Oh, gets a little bit keen to the last part of the combination. You can see their hands are just moving that little bit more than you'd have to. Like, she just means she's just having to make adjustments as she goes around. Toxandra just taking her a little bit. So now we've settled down. That's much better. Really scopy. Huge big jumper, this horse. And you can see she gives him loads of space at that really tall vertical. Now turns up nice and tight. Should be very good for time. Has kept moving all the way through the round. Now pops the oxer. Has a back rail as well. Now, that's not what they were hoping for. You can see up her teammates up in the kiss and cry. Yeah, look, we're used to seeing this partnership jump a lot of clear rounds. Normally a very, very strong pairing. 2 fences down on this occasion. This is later in the track. That's that Oxford before the last line. Just has it in front, just seemed to drift a little bit off the ground. This is early, this is the second fence. Oh, sorry, that's the last line. That back rail. You can just watch it here. Yeah, it just comes down on that back rail, just totally misjudged it. So, those 8 penalties on this occasion. Now, hands over to her teammate. Jorni Fear was clear in the first competition. She rode Hickstead White in that. So now we change and she rides Fear Hot Easy. This is a 13-year-old by Andy Amos Head. Has a little rub on that front rail, but got away with it. Just outside the 100, ranked 107 in the world at the moment. She's done 4 clear rounds in the 4 shows that she's done for the team this year. So real competitor, and she's contributed really well. Winner of a 5-star Grand Prix earlier on, or late last year. Wow, horse goes really high. Drags her to the base and then he just jumps up into the air. Now let's see what he does here on the 5-stride distance. Moves up early and then just slows up. That's really well done. Now he's got a little bit wide here. He's going to have to keep an eye on the clock. Yeah, just having to make those alterations. We could be under pressure here. Sets up for the last line. Go with the back rail again. Last fence. Are we inside? Just over 83. So she does get a time fault as well to go with her fence down. That gives her 5. That's not going to help their case. Team is going to finish up on 17.
Well, we are halfway through now. GCL round 2. Monaco Comets have just come in after the break and they have had a difficult round in round 2, jumping 8 penalties for Yoli Mitilineo, and Jonas Bree jumped 4 and a time penalty as well. We're seeing a lot of time penalties, and if you want to catch up on all the action and keep up with this competition, because trust me, as we go further down the list, it's only going to get more and more competitive and more fierce, then you need to head to GCTV and subscribe to make sure that you don't miss a single fence.